The Red Devils have a new baseball coach for this upcoming season. Here's OPS Athletic Director Chris Gaddis to tell you who the new leader is.
Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you all very, very much for coming out. I think this speaks highly not of only for Owensboro High School and our athletic programs, but for the dedicated staff and parents and community members that we have that go along that make this such a special place. I think most people know me. I'm Chris Gaddis, and I work as the District Athletic Director for the Owensboro Board of Education. I think I probably know 99.9% of the people in this room, but there's a couple people that I certainly want to point out that are the leaders in our school district. One is a very familiar face, Miss Anita Burnett. She's principal at Owensboro High School. And standing next to Anita in the tie is our brand new soon-to-be superintendent, Dr. Nick Brake. Dr. Brake, thank you for being here today. Athletic director at the high school, Todd Harper. At our middle school, Mr. John DeLacy. And then with our elementary instruction program, Randy Bryant, somewhere running around here. I know why you all are here. You're certainly not here to listen to me. You're here to learn about this new coach that we have coming on board to coach the Red Devil baseball team. Let me just take a minute to tell you that this process has been quite lengthy. Not a surprise to any of us. We had a committee of 8 representing administrative staff, teachers, central office staff, and most important, parent representatives. And we didn't know what to expect with applications until they started coming through, and we had many. And it's very difficult to make that selection process or define the difference of who we're interviewing and not, because we have a lot of great people. So it took a lot of labor, particularly our parents that were leaving their jobs multiple times to come and sit down around the table and evaluate applications. And then once that process was carved down to who we wanted to apply, we sat through almost 8 hours of interviews. And because we knew that this position is a high-profile position, it's something that we don't take lightly. And as we've said many times, and as you can see displayed on this table right here, we're selecting the head coach of the sport that holds the most state championships at this high school. So of the 30, 6 of those come from baseball. We've been very blessed at Owensboro High School because we don't have to make this selection process often. We try to make the right choice and try to have it to last for a long time. But our number one characteristic that we were looking for was someone that was going to help excel our student athletes to the next level. Not just athletics to the next level, but being citizens, young adults in the community, and moving on to whatever they so choose to do after high school. And it was a tough process, but we all unanimously agreed after the completion of that process who we wanted to bring on board to fill the shoes of our next Owensboro High School baseball coach. The word's probably not a secret anymore, but he was a 2002 graduate of Owensboro High School, and he went on to play for the University of Louisville, where he graduated from in 2007. Am I messing up already? 2003 graduate of Owensboro High School. All right, take 2. 2007 graduate of the University of Louisville, where he played baseball, and then spent 4 years playing for the White Sox organization. So it is a great honor for Miss Burnett as the principal of Owensboro High School to complete this hiring process through the site-based council coming up very soon, to bring on board one of our very own, and now we can identify him as Coach Logan Johnson, is the new baseball coach at Owensboro High School. Let me explain a couple of things in just a minute, particularly to our baseball players. Today starts the dead period. We're okay having this, but Logan can't say, hey guys, let's come over here and chat. It's sort of like violating an NCAA rule, because over the next 2 weeks, the High School Athletic Association has a strict no play, no practice policy. So that means no team meetings either. So when Coach Johnson doesn't email you or call you or text you in the next few days about let's getting together, remember we're in that dead period. It's certainly not that he does not have an interest in getting started early, because I know he's got great plans to get started as soon as possible. So I think Logan's going to come up and say a few words. Miss Burnett, I know you're a lady of many words. Would you like to say anything?
Yes, thank everyone for coming.
Logan, come on up here, my friend. You don't have to put this on yet. I don't mess with hair.
It's nothing to mess up. I just want to start off by thanking Ms. Burnett, Chris, and Todd, and the rest of the administration for this opportunity to give something back to the school that I graduated from. I'm a very proud graduate here, and I want to uphold the tradition in the classroom and on the playing field or court that has come from Owensboro High School. And I just want to express how excited I am to get the ball rolling, and look forward to many, many successful years. Anything else?
Play ball.
Play ball, yeah.
I will say a couple things. First of all, we have some refreshments over here when we break up in just a second, but I would be remiss if I did not point out a few very strong individuals that are here to support Logan today, not just his family and administration, but Logan is inheriting a great assistant coaching staff, of all which most are here today. I know Rocky White, Jeff Wimsent, Danny Hagan, Dave Kirk, so I appreciate them being here and showing their support. If any of y'all have questions that you'd like to ask Logan, now's the time to fire them at him. And if not, thank you all for coming and celebrating in this great event for Owensboro High School baseball.
After the press conference, I caught up with Coach Johnson to get his thoughts on being named coach.
It's always been a part of my heart to be a part of the Red Devils. I'm just really looking forward to the opportunity.
Like many of the Red Devil baseball players, Johnson got his start early in life.
I started at Southern Little League, played there up until I was 12, and then pretty much got into high school baseball from there. And from high school, I played summer ball, and I know how that goes, and it's an important part of growing as a baseball player for these high school kids. And then being able to go to college and play, it was really special to me. It's an opportunity that not very many kids are able to experience, and I just want to instill in them that while they're in high school, it's a great time to have fun, it's a great time to learn about yourself, and it's a great time to get better as a baseball player and as a person, and really understand what you need to do to be successful in life.
After playing for the Louisville Cardinals, Johnson went on to play professionally.
My last season was in, I think it was 2010 or 2011, I'm not sure. But since then, I've worked in the school system and was an assistant coach the following school year. And since then, I've been working as a salesman at Don Moore.
Johnson says his love for the game is what set him apart from the other candidates.
I harped on my experience and, with kids and as a baseball player, but baseball aside, I think I was the best candidate because of the passion that I have for the game and for the kids, and to help them mature not as just baseball players. We're going to set expectations as a team, set goals for ourselves as individuals and as a team, and we'll do that before the season starts. But what I'd like to see is just a growth. You don't have to go undefeated in the first year. You don't have to go undefeated in the next year. Just growing and refining their skills is the most important thing to me, and then keeping them in the classroom the right way, keeping their grades up, if not improving them as much as we can. The energy level that I'm going to bring to not just in games, and that's what a lot of people don't understand, is that the energy level in practice has got to be up. And then once they get to a game, they're able to relax and just play the game they know how to play. But our practice is going to be structured, very time-driven, and we're going to compete in practice. That's one thing that I said I wanted to do, is have a competition in every practice, just to kind of get that competitive spirit in them going, and to to really get them to focus on what they need to accomplish.
It's going to be a learning experience.
I know their swings, I know their throwing motion, I know their strengths, I know their weaknesses, so that is definitely in my favor. I also know most of the personalities, and that's a huge part of it, is knowing and understanding and utilizing their personalities the best way possible. A lot of good kids on this team, and there's some talented kids too, and it's going to be fun, and I hope I learn as much from them as they do from me.
For the Owensboro Public School System, I'm Dave Kirk. Thanks for watching.